Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar titled Bridging the Gap Between Engineering and Manufacturing. So today we'll discuss on this topic which covers our CATIA and Innovia brands. So before beginning with the webinar, I'll first briefly introduce about our company, EDS Technologies. So EDS Technologies was incorporated in 1994 to provide PLM solutions, sales, support, and marketing. So we are also the platinum partners to Dassault Systems, and we are a 28-year young organization, and we are one of the largest technology solutions provider in India. So at any given point of time, we have more than 1,500 customers across India. Apart from Dassault Systems, we also have strategic alliances with various world leaders like EOS for 3D printing, Esri for GIS analytics, Evolution, Human Solutions, Presagis and MAC for military simulation and training solutions, Festo for Industry 4.0 solutions, and so on and so forth. So coming to our locations, EDST is located in 7 offices across India, our headquarters being at Bangalore. Also, we have a robust e-learning portal called www.edstelearning.com, where we have domain-based courses, which more than 135 domain-based courses, which help in upskilling the basically the mechanical engineers. So before handing it over to our subject matter expert today, I'll just briefly introduce about our speaker. Our speaker for the day is Mr. Kiran MS, who is the manager technical at EDS Technologies. Kiran has more than 13 years of experience, and he is currently working in PLM division at EDS Technologies. He comes with a domain background in automotive NPD and heavy equipment machinery. He is also responsible for assessing the customer requirement and implementation of PLM across various industries like automotive, aerospace, general engineering, high-tech industries, and industrial equipment. Also, he has various Dassault System certifications in CATIA, Innovia, and 3D Experience. Before handing it over to Kiran, I would request the audience, if they have any questions during the course of the webinar, they can type it in the question box. We shall take it up all the questions at the end of the session during the Q&A slide, so that there is no interruptions in between. So over to you, Kiran. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhay. It was very nice introduction about EDST and myself. Moving to the today's topic, where we setting the context. Today's agenda to bridge the gap between engineering and manufacturing, and more into the digitalization. There are a lot of people talk about digitalization and other stuff. The more how it is fitting into the manufacturing, be it with automotive, aerospace, or high tech, or industry equipment, or transport and mobility, be it with OEM or supplier, or any what is that more that we get it in the digital connect and digital transformation. And the typical challenges what we a lot of industries are facing today in the traditional approaches. Today, if we see, there are a lot of issues going through. And in one way, the digital twin, and we also tell our version of digital twin and how we help for the industries, and the holistic approach, how we can solve the issues or move towards the digital twin journey, and case studies. And also, as Abhay was mentioning about Q&A, so we will have a specific time slot for understanding the your requirement or your need and specific requirement for whatever the business drivers you want, business challenges we want. We are here to help you out. So when we say digital transformation, we see a lot of basically of data. All the time it is we talk about data. So every time we see there are a lot of data moving around. So we see a lot of CAD data, manufacturing data, engineering data, and moving towards, always there is a synchronization, and every time there is a new revision, release, and change, and all those stuff. So there is always, we always move around, or we always running around with a lot of data, and it becomes a very tedious time, or when you're time bound and you don't know which is the latest data, and you always end up in doing some mistakes or repetitive things or unproductive or something, in a lot of context. So we say effectiveness of communication, when we say the OEM, or even if you consider as your own company. So there are a lot of, you require to talk to each other. Like suppose you are a supplier company, you have to talk to OEM, and OEM gives you information, and that information you have to pass on to the design team, and again manufacturing, and again quality, and again after the quality the delivery goes back to the OEM. And what is the easiest way of communication? So every time, so I have to keep a reminder mails, and as well as a specific meeting schedule, to build the gap and build the bridge between the different departments or with the OEMs, to have effective communication. So the traditional challenges, if we see, there are a lot of challenges that we see as a CAD. Of course, you are already in your own platform on the CAD, and the data security of it, yes, of course. And again, moving from the design to engineering, yes, there is its own specific need. That is, it has its own user interface, and building the 3D with that is another a big requirement, so that there are a lot of things are getting clarified. And again, the manufacturing, where we call it as manufacturing bill of material, and the easiest way is 3D communication, and of course the baseline is data security. And one or the other way, you might be using some other methods of data system. Usually some PDM or multiple PDMs, or your own shared folders and other stuff. So again, the data security comes into matter. But we always we always play around with all these things, but we should have one holistic approach. So we see there is when we say CAD and EBOM, it can be mechanical, electrical, and even software also. Nowadays we can see a lot of software inclusion in all the mechanical and hardware parts. And basically, if we see in this way, the CAD has its own product tree, form fit function, packaging, reference instances, configure context, component position, and you are comfortable with your own CAD system, and you are pushing that from the design to engineering department with the part numbers, quantities, release costs, make by, configured BOM, so many other things. So there is a big gap. Basically ownership. Who has done? Who is the owner of the design? And we have to go back and get the latest drawing. Push it to the EPOM. Before pushing, we need to understand, synchronize. So these are not. I can say it's not core R&D. It's all more into the communication, collaboration points. But how about the productivity? Yes, productivity comes down due to the lack of collaboration, and this we are turning up into the more and more complexity in the nature of the work. So how we can reduce this? With the help of our 3D experience platform, definitely we can answer all the key points like productivity, collaboration, and complexity in these departments. And before exactly going into 3D experience, just a glimpse of 3D experience, what exactly is the 3D experience and what it can able to do it. You can view your 3D irrespective of whatever the CAD you are working on, and you can do a lot of markings issue in the 3D, and it so that it is addressed to a specific point set, and you can understand the workflows and the task managements before you start your own design or engineering of the project. And the social collaboration, ideation, and communication within the team, tagging system, and it is across web application, and also it is also available in mobile devices on cloud, which will reduce the infrastructure cost, and also the change management and the change action. So in any concept, or the first to go, any design is not accepted. There are a lot of changes will be there. So in that aspect, there should be a change management and the change action. Of course, with all answers there, and search and compare component in 3D. Yes, you can compare with your two revisions and understand the progress. So, and the mobility which I was talking about, it can integrate completely with Microsoft Windows applications, and of course the legacy connector with Wi-Fi. Yes, you can directly push the data to the 3D experience platform, and further you can whatever the changes you want to get. So as a need and see how it is progressed. Yes, I see a lot of progress in this. So especially we can see the design review here, design view. You can directly do it in the web. So need not to depend on the CAD interface. I can directly do my changes, see the progress, and of course, yes, with the 3D experience CATIA, you can directly enter into the CAD world and you can do the changes there. And if you're in the meeting, management meeting or the customer meeting, and you wanted to point out the changes, or the sales manager or the proposal manager or the sales or marketing team, they can also directly open the 3D and show to the customer the progress, and they have some changes directly they can mention and tag the particular design team or the manager to whom to take it. And you can see in the design view, we can it is showing how to calculate the complete measurement aspect of it. So it becomes easy. Need not to worry about it. You can see one of the earth mover that we have started, and also in the engineering view, yes, the change management, the change action, and the e-bomb, and also complete whatever the engineering bill of material, and putting into the Excel spreadsheets. And I wanted to quickly review my one of my CAD data. Yes, I can do it, and I can also want to have a configuration management. So that is also part of it, and you can fit into different parts and make a different configuration. Yes, that is also part of this activity. So this 3D experience, our 3D experience platform helps design and as well as engineering close, and thanks to the web interface that what we have, so we can definitely work on it, and we can see the lot of changes, large assembly management, viewing those data in the web interface. This will definitely reduce the pain of having a CAD system for a non-CAD design, for a non-CAD user. Now, eventually, we see a lot of a quick transformation from the traditional approach to the 3D experience platform approach, design view and the engineering view. The productivity is increased, and the collaboration is completely on 3D experience. To everyone, there is a holistic approach. There is no side. By this we reduce, or the progressive improvement is to completely eliminate the silos to work. And here the complexity comes down because the clarification is more. I need not to go back to the designer and ask the latest and other stuff. Yes, when we see there are a lot of big adoptions in the aerospace and defense, industrial equipment, and also high tech, and obviously for transport and mobility. There are the big the business drive from 3D experience platform. There are a lot of big companies that have taken the advantage, and even the suppliers also. Basically, the data is flowed into the 3D experience. The designer takes advantage of the complete product portfolio, and the physical architect, they can plan accordingly, and the continuous product development becomes an easy task because you get the feedback from the your client and your manufacturing unit, or the digital mock-up, the added advantage, the collaborative enterprise release, and the continuous manufacturing development. Because when we are whatever that we design, and before entering into manufacturing, engineering takes a main role. So before we sending it to the um, manufacturing bill of manufacturing team, or the manufacturing bill of material, which is driven by engineering bill of material. So we reduce most of the pain points and the corrections in the engineering bill of material, talking to the design team in the synchronization way. So so why Innovia? So when we have this question, the backbone of 3D experience in all the whatever the PLM activity that we have, the engineering activity, be it with project management or product management or configuration management, and engineering bill of management, and variant management, classification management, and different variant managements. So those are all backbone by Innovia. So as a platform, so Innovia help us in as a platform which is powered by Innovia, which helps in collaboration, which reduce silos working, um, and gives a holistic approach to the entire organization. This collaboration helps in talking to each department once the project or the new scope is seen, from the sales to marketing, from their design, manufacturing, engineering, simulation, and many other things. By this we obviously we reduced, or we can say, why the platform, we can say no to the silos working. Everything is on collaborative platform, and by this we can easily say the productivity get increases, and the speed. When we say the speed to the market, it's not only the speed to the market, and also quality. Quality is also a major plays a major role. It is any product today. We are time to the market, but the quality is not good. That doesn't accept. Market doesn't accept the products. So we have a practical examples like that. So in a lot of industries, so the speed along with quality is always a right combination, and agility, adoption, and the platform, the downstream application where it can be fit into the different levels. The visibility as such is also a clear indication who does what and where is the data and other stuff, because that will be easy for me in any point of time that I wanted to retrieve my data for the new project. So now when we say engineer to manufacture, so the whole the complete webinar is on engineer to manufacture, how my 3D experience platform can help from engineering to manufacturing. So we saw a lot of activities like collaboration, productivity, speed, agility, visibility, alignment, and also quality and other stuff. So this 3D experience platform further has a 3 categories, that is business driven product development, for and from traditional to business driven, and value engagement. So these are 3 important things that we have to take care. And the 3D experience, on the other way, 3D experience answers all these 3 points. We'll see how it actually fit into your business application, your business challenges and business requirements. So as a 3D experience platform, we connect all the C's. That is connectivity. Yes, we connect each and every individual and each and every department in the organization. And commonality, yes, 3D experience is the only commonality within the organization. And continuity, of course, there is a good continuity. What has happened yesterday, what is doing, what we are doing today, and what is that we have planned for tomorrow. And the conservation, so who does what, and the security aspect of it, and protecting the data and other stuff. And conservance, so it is more into the synchronization, and how good is our 3D experience platform to fitting into all the departments. Of course, there is a big the big requirement or the big hub on the cloud. So we can see the people, they talk easily, or without any flawless, they say that having a services on cloud. So it's a good news, or we can say the good thing that we also have 3D experience platform on cloud also. So it is easy. We say that 20 minutes it is up and running, that you can start your journey in the 3D experience platform. So by this we see there is a good coverage, and as well as continuity, the good agility that we get it from 3D experience platform, that answers from engineering to manufacturing. And when we see the connectivity, continuity, and the convergence comes from Innovia, that is a major backbone for 3D experience to have for any company, and that move towards the engineering and manufacturing. So if we see the three verticals that drill down to engineer to manufacturing, is business driven product development. So basically, the business driven product development, one is the value network. The basically, you can be in a different business, and when we say you also support your suppliers and also understand the client requirement. When we say value network, pushing your suppliers also in this journey, understand the market, understand your own team like sales and marketing, understand the go to market, and as well as the customers, and as well as requirement and as such. So as a business driven product development, it all starts from here. Boost innovation to secure governance. So it's all CAD and EBOM management. The more into the design, and as well as the engineering department, even the governance and change management is a part of the business driving process. Multidiscipline engineering, where we connect all the downstream applications and downstream departments, or manufacturing departments, and other departments. Quality, configure multidiscipline engineering, configure manufacturing, configure simulation. Yes, of course, even the simulation is also part of the journey. And next is here that what we keep understand from the market is model-based systems engineering. Yes, systems engineering is another topic where we see a lot of sophistications in the products. The more sensor have been placed, and understanding the behavior of the different hardware, and design accordingly, where the value of the product becomes more as it can be from understanding as a life of the product, or the performance of the product. So everywhere we can see there are a lot of inclusions, be it if we see a lot of in the BS6, in the automotive BS6 revolution also, there are a lot of sensors involved. So that is one typical example. And the software management, yes, there is inclusion of a lot of softwares, IC, microcontroller, microprocessor, which involves a software management. And of course, on top of on all this, in all these things, 3D experience twin, that is V plus R. We'll see what is that V plus R. In a short understanding, virtual plus reality. So from the secure governance to boost innovation, this is the journey which is followed, and on top of it, the 3D experience covers everything here. Yes, bridging the gap. This is what we do it in the virtual, and this is what we validate in the reality, or we see in the reality. Now, in the understanding, are we given enough time to do the validations in the reality? No. So we can do a lot of validations, changes, variants, and improvisation in the design in the virtual, and same implementing in the same in the real time. So that's how the virtual world extends and improves the real world. Everything that we do it in the virtual, there is no scope of error. As I said, speed, go to market. The speed today, entering into the market is very critical. Again, we cannot compromise on the quality. We need a system which will help in the both the ways. So as I said, bridging the gap, invent, that is from virtual, and run, that is from the real. Virtual designs, optimization, consumer experience, that is comes with 3D experience, because we have we can always have a practical information into the 3D experience and bringing back to the improvement in the virtual as a new variant. We can say that in automotive we see a lot of facelifts and the improvement in the design aspect or aerodynamic or any specific region that it is. It's always a hand in hand from real to virtual and virtual to real. Yes, as I said, so invent, run, and learn, and improve again, and this cycle will always keep going. So the less errors in the real time, the most successful products will be in the market. So we can do a number of trials virtual in the virtual journey, but we cannot do, there is no scope, because we are wasting money here, because we put material, machine, and as well as manpower and everything. But in the virtual, it is more into virtualization, be it with CAD or virtual validation or virtual manufacturing. So any changes that you wanted to do easily, you can do it. But any changes that you wanted to do at the real time, it takes its own price, more of that, the time and the collaboration and other aspect of it. So moving towards the form, fit, and function, these two topics are completely different. Form fit, when we say designer and manufacturing, and the function side is systems engineering and simulation analysis. So is it possible to have as a single topic? Yes. Through 3D experience, we can see form, fit, and function can be at the one go. So there is always a close loop between design, validation, and manufacturing. There is always a 3D experience platform, the holistic and the collaborative, and also the virtual plus real, which is easy for us to talk in one language. Today, if we see, we have multiple PDM systems. We have our own databases, our own change folders. Are we connected with each other? So that's how this form, fit, and functions come into existence. As a digital twin, we can see there are a lot of inventions, and as well as there are a lot of real-time running, keeping form, fit as a function as a base understanding. So the traditional business driven is now another vertical that we wanted to support through engineer to manufacture. So we say bill of material, the center of enterprise collaborations. So be it with mechanical, electrical, or software, many other things that we wanted to understand in all the aspect of it. But again, the multiple usage, the multiple data set, and the multiple data management systems and many other things. So when we say during this bill of materials, the center for enterprise collaboration, the mechanical engineers or the designers or electrical engineers, the software guys who built in the artificial intelligence within the hardware systems, and manufacturing unit, and the purchase people. So everyone are part of the journey. And of course, when you don't have a foolproof holistic approach or a holistic solution or a enterprise solution, everyone are disconnected by the process, multiple self-managed bombs. It is again a very dangerous situation, because you don't know whether you are working for or referring to the latest funds. This is always an alarming situation for the companies. You might be suffering with this kind of approach, because no one is on the right page or the correct page. Everyone will talk their own different versions, and how to bring everyone on the one common understanding. So is it good to work like that, silos? It is always a caution, because as I said, go to market approach, the products whatever you're dealing with is always a critical. You should be on time, if you are a service based, or if you are into the supplier category, and again there is a lot of clauses that if it is delayed, and you have to pay a lot of penalties. And these are the small initiatives, the progressive initiatives that goes through. As I said, here we come with the holistic approach, the digital product definition. So be it with mechanical or electrical or software, or a purchase guy, or even a manufacturing guy, everyone would fall under the 3D experience platform. So there is no point of delay. As I said, if you see, as I explained, the complete connectivity, synchronization, and many other advantages that we get through 3D experience platform. So the 3D experience platform is more agile, confidence that brings in within the organization, and of course the speed also determines, or it comes along with a point called quality. So we can in the 3D experience platform or in the market, any product has a quality issues. It will not cherish in the market for a long time. It will definitely have a bigger corrections, and it may even give a wrong product information to the in the market. As a value engagement, how we bring this solution to you, and how we can start in the progressive approach, that how we come to you and understand your requirement. It is not like that we do the traditional approach, whatever that we were into design or manufacturing, or different type of solutions or different type of services that what any industries are dealing with. So we have our own approach to work with. So we say it is more progressive transformation. When we say that it's more into value assessment first. Identify the transformation needs, why you exactly want to digital connect or the digital twin. Value definition, so understanding the pain points, and shape the solutions, and value commitment for the identifying transformation needs. Demonstrate the value and the convince, and considering that it can be a demonstration or a specific proof of concept, and we deliver the same thing what we promise for. So we call it as maximize out of the box coverage. And of course, build a business justification, and show the business solution, as well as giving a justification whatever that we are doing, a value definition there, or the value commitment, and the re-engineering business processes, leveraging complete out of the box capability, leverage and capture the best practices, since 3D experience cater to all the 11 different verticals. The major four which I showed you, the quick adoptions are having in these verticals, that is A&D, high tech, industry equipment and transport and mobility. And we completely it is not like that. This is new. This kind of approach is new to us. We have a lot of case studies, and we have a lot of best practices that it has been proven practices with our previous experience with the clients, that we always put into the new requirements to the new companies, and we always tell in the market that utilize these kind of solutions, where it's a small initiative, but it is very progressive initiative, where 30 to 40% of the collaboration time and the productive time and the ease of working in the single 3D experience communication, or the collaboration that we call is a holistic approach. And also the business, initialize a business justification, and understanding why we are doing this, and making you help what will be the roadmap that we are going to deliver this, and deploy change management, and how the change management impacts everyone, involves everyone, be it with the change management comes from the customer, or the new project requirement, and the changes which is floating towards the designer, that is the the last filter or the finest filter that we can bring in and see the progress of the change, and and understand and help in the change management journey also. So this is the value that we bring in, from the value assessment to the value delivery, the value definition and the value commitment. So this is what we put it in a progressive way. Define the solution roadmap and secure the delivery and deploy change management, leverage and capture the best practices, maximize out of the box coverage areas. So these are the major things that we do it in the progressive transformation. And also we have one case study that we wanted to bring in. All the journey started in 2020, and so we see that Dosam is the case study. During before when we started this progressive transformation, their productivity was low, quality was low, cost control were low, and after the journey and how we have improvised, no, they had many multiple softwares, PDMs, and many other things. And after moving to 3D experience, they have bring in everything in under one go. They started with CATIA V5, and now they're completely into 3D experience CATIA. They cater to two different verticals, that is heavy equipment, machineries, and engines. And they've even utilized the Delmia aspect of it. And so that is how this engineering to manufacturing comes into existence, where EBOM and moving to the MBOM, and now finally communicating to the ERP systems also. And by this adoption, they have seen, and we have a open case study. We can share it to everyone. That is 40%, 47% of the changes they have seen, 98% material cost accuracy, and time to market, and productivity, quality, cost control has been increased drastically with them. So in the last, we have as a key takeaways. Again, if you remember the slide which I have started with, as I said, it is data everywhere that's poking me in my mind, which is the latest on connectivity, and many are connecting to my supplier, my peers, my customers, my clients, my sales team, many other things. What type of data I've given to converting data. In the 3D experience, you need not to do it. Any kind of CAD data can be viewed in the web interface and other stuff. So this is the conclusion that I wanted to bring in. So the completely connecting every dots, from the design, manufacturing, marketing, finance, supplier, engineering, procurement, sales, and my own clients or customers. If I'm a supplier, if I'm OEM, giving it to bringing this journey to even to my supplier side also, and the management also. We by having a project analytics and the product analytics, to understand my health in the market, and as well as my competitors, how they behave, what is the changes that they will do it, the artificial intelligence, what 3D experience have it, pulling the data from the different sources, whatever the sources you wanted to put in. So these are the questions that what we have, and the conclusion that what we bring in, and 3D experience is one go as a holistic approach. Hope this webinar is useful, and we are ready to do this progressive transformation through value engagement and business driven, and also the value to the market. Thank you very much. Have a good day.